stamp fraud. Police and the feds sweep into a South Florida flea market and make dozens of arrests. They say the scheme reached thousands of people and was worth millions of dollars. CBS 4's Peter Dench is live for us in Opa-locka with more on what the feds say was happening for years. Peter?
Elliot, the U.S. Attorney here in Miami says it's believed thousands of people use their food stamp cards to illegally receive cash instead of food. But the focus today was on the vendors who allegedly allowed this to happen during this Operation Stampede, receiving fees of at least 20%.
This is the largest food stamp fraud takedown in U.S. history.
U.S. Attorney Wilfredo Ferrer says 22 vendors are accused of illegally receiving more than $13 million from the U.S. government. They allegedly allowed food stamp recipients to use electronic benefit cards like the ones seen here to get cash instead of food.
These cards are to be used solely to purchase food, not to get cash. Now, these retailers are flagrantly abusing the public trust by stealing millions of dollars from the federal food stamp program that is intended to provide low-income households with their needed basic provisions of food and nutrition.
Most of the 15 defendants arrested so far are vendors at the opa-locka Hialeah flea market in a joint county, state, and federal operation.
People will come here with a food stamp card and get cash at a reduced amount,
which flea market vendor Felix Lanza says he would never allow.
Thanks to God, we don't do that. We work by the law.
Ferrer says the vendors in Opa-locka orchestrated their own operation, which has been going on for at least 2 years.
Today's arrest at the Opa-locka flea market should also serve notice to everyone that trafficking in food stamps is a crime.
Authorities say this was just the first phase of curbing fraud in the SNAP, or Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. They are trying to identify the people using the cards for cash.
And our message is simple. These fraudulent schemes directed at the food stamp programs are serious federal offenses that qualify for lengthy prison sentences.
Now, in addition to the federal indictment, 6 people have been charged by the Office of Statewide Prosecution. If convicted, those arrested in this case could face up to 20 years behind bars for wire fraud and up to 5 years behind bars for tax fraud involving the food stamps. We're live in Opa-locka. Peter Dench, CBS 4 News.